Turn up, right? Turn up on the nigga, man.
I feel that. I don't know what to do.
That's that good.
You just seen it? Yeah, I wasn't sure. I just know it came on here.
Beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, and it works quite as good. You know what I mean? And so, like, not that you couldn't have if you had put him, if you had flip-flopped him and Tatum, I think the Suns are a little better, and I think the Celtics are a little worse, but the Celtics are still. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Minneapolis. Charlie Jones now to return. And I just thought
yeah, Chet was joint SGA signing a big extension. Jada bounced through. He's with 3 max players in the past who struggled now to stay competitive and keep seeded and stay together. Do you think this would be a good thing for OKC or is there a bad thing?
Well, listen, I hate the fact that in the new NBA,
ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Like, better keep winning now because you're going to have to break it down. I don't like that. That is not, to me, as much
now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU.
You heard that shit out here.
Pick up a 5.
J-Dub is going to get the big contract.
Knew what he was doing before he even knew it.
But then one, the first that won't kick in.
From the shotgun, CJ Stroud.
Will this mean?
Oh, yeah, clear.
Phil about to get ran past. I just ran into him. And they just ran the ball.
They'll go play action with
and
that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's
what's the call? The one he went in, too.
They're on the verge of recording their second sack.
Fuck no.
We're still here in the first quarter.
On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt.
Probably underrated. Not probably.
Oh, fuck that dude.
Line up. Probably put that one as good. Putting it good, though. For sure.
We'll pay that.
20 out to. I'll try to get there.
Respect it.
They'll come up here first and 10.
They expected Chet to be the second best player.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. Up the sideline at the 35. Gets to the edge.
Hey, one thing about it, when y'all fast people, when y'all get past my people, there's no catching y'all for real. But my people don't be fast enough. I don't really get fast people. Defense.
Well, that's a way to start a drive. It takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series.
Hell no.
They've come out on this series, Greg, with the right
I got the best running game out of everybody in this shit. You can't lie. Come on, pal. Since you've been in this shit, who else we been seeing running like on that occasion?
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, if I was to get, I run better than it. Y'all always got star freaking D ends, D tackles. But like, actually doing, oh shit, look at that. Yeah.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. That's caught. Travis Kelce.
I'm trying to hit that ball.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
I want that ball, baby.
From From the gun, here's Stroud.
I want that ball, baby.
He is taken down.
A little more time.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter.
Hey, you ain't gonna leave that shit in?
That's taken at about 15.
I jump way to make y'all do it. Make y'all go a certain way.
That's where the offense will take
There we and fuck nigga on.
Oh, hey, this is perfect. Oh yeah, they got the best playbook. They got the best defensive playbook. All right, they got. If they got one more thing on here, this is my new favorite playbook. One more.
from the gun. Here's Milton.
Oh,
Don't do it. Don't do it. That is not Cam Hayward.
and that was Cam Harris. You know that would be a fit, ain't it?
Definitely.
So he seen that shit like, oh man, fuck again.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Let's do that. Yeah, I knew that wrong.
From
I knew that wrong.
it's a give up the middle. And
Julian, Julian could have a star. What's up with?
probably gonna be a loss of a
That ain't Julian. That's whack.
Third down. They'll set
Oh my, no, they switched me onto the wrong person, man. That was gay. I was so gay. I'm supposed to be on the lineman. What is up with them?
down inside the 35-yard line.
Oh, that was gay. Not like that.
Here's Milton
Get my
now
pick, bro.
on
I know you throwing it over there. I know you throwing it over there. That's pick. Appreciate you, man.
I'm to the gym here. I'm to the gym.
You gonna take this bitch out. Oh no!
Chill that shit, man. I should have chilled it.
And floated that bitch up like you had 50 yards to throw. You tripping.
I know, dude.
I done had a chance to hit it, but he probably would have got it.
Me and you are sitting here saying that's a touchdown. And
What we
instead,
call now?
they force a turnover, and now their offense is
Yeah.
Y'all back on the field?
Yeah, we back on that field. Oh my god, why do you keep getting on?
What y'all decided to start over?
Yeah, we just started over.
as this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole. Things are
I
going
don't
to just continue
understand. This one keep fucking getting past him, bro.
the passer. The
Oh
longer you
no,
trail,
that shit dead,
the
bro.
more the defense
I'm
knows you
Marlo.
need to throw the ball, and
What?
they're going to have to protect their quarterback.
I appreciate y'all boys, man.
Robin, bro.
Thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles
What
down
up,
to give a
man?
nice target
My
to the
boy,
quarterback.
my boy made me
The
have
defense had eyes
to
on him the entire time. Secure rally
Out of what?
back my old
turn
skills.
into a big play.
What you
And
mean?
go beyond.
The Lions
Yes,
call
sir.
their first timeout.
You got what you done looked up on? What you done looked up, man?
I ain't look up like that, I promise.
Okay.
I know, like, I'm out of the area, I don't love it. I promise you, like, I don't look up. The thing about this is I never, when I used to go on Madden,
They send Evans in motion.
I used to just pick up my own plays and then and tweak it as much as I can. Now I'm really in my
Oh, I thought I murdered it. Hold on.
And he's going to be brought down.
I thought I merged it. My fault.
He has given
Chip.
his guys
You say what?
I thought I merged that bitch.
What you was saying about me, Wolf?
No, I wasn't saying nothing about you. I thought I merged it.
At all, wait.
He wasn't saying nothing about you. He was talking about himself.
What the fuck is wrong? Talk, you're not. My fault. Hold on.
He said he's saying we.
Y'all boys.
He said he appreciate it.
Y'all boys, cause now I went back into the lab for real. I went in.
Second and 11. They'll motion over Thielen. They'll go play action here with Milton. caught at the 3. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw, it's Milton. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he will take it in himself. Joe Milton. Touchdown, Detroit. Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions move out on top, 14-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud. That is taken in by the veteran, Mike Evans. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Stroud going to set up to throw. Open man downfield, it's Kelsey. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Minnesota.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting the
pressure, gets there, and down he goes.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on the play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket. But the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Lions are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
They'll begin here on the ground. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. 2nd and 7. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. To the air on 3rd down is Milton. And that is incomplete. So 4th down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it. Charlie Jones deep to return. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. On 1st down, it's Stroud. This one caught left side by Evans. Second down and 3. Back to throw. Stroud. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
He will find Thomas. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And he's into the end zone. Tyler Algier. Touchdown Vikings. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On first down, here's Milton. Pass complete. He's got Calvin Ridley.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Throwing on second down is Milton. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Smith. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Detroit. The shotgun, a throw from Milton. Open man downfield is Brown. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Lions build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Milton now to throw on 1st and 10. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On second down, here's Milton. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Milton going to look to throw it again. We'll go right back to Thielen. Again, it's complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll manage only a couple. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. Looking out of the gun is Milton. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Lions first down. From the gun, here's Milton. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Here's Milton. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. Throw once more. Here's Milton. And he'll take it on in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Lions. So that's his second touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. Stroud to throw here on first down. Going up top for Evans. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. From the gun, here's Stroud. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Lions have got it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's Milton now on 1st and 10. That's taken in left side by Smith. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and a yard. They'll motion over Thielen. Milton to the air on second down. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Detroit. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. Now an opening has the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's caught downfield, it's Kelsey. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. On 1st down, it's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here we go. Now, Stroud. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the pass. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now Stroud. And he's in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Minnesota. Here's Stroud to the line. His guy's going to try to get 2 more. On the give, this is Algier. And he gets into the end zone for the 2. So it's not over yet. It's back to a 2-score game. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Drive will start on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Now Milton. Down the field, he's got Washington. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. touchdown coming up.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He's got it! And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll look to throw for it with Milton. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's what he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Stroud going to set up to throw. This one caught left side by Evans. They get 18 on that one. It'll be a Vikings first down. Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Here we go. Robbie. Stroud. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Jones now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. To the sideline, taken in by Thomas. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Stroud to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL, here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
This is the player card. Here you can see here are a player's motivations. This is the development trait. This is the abilities tab. This player has a zone ability.
And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago.
Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. And incomplete to open things up. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. You look at this Bears defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
And Stroud now to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here. turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're number one. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On the end around, here comes Williams. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Willis, 4th down here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a 2nd and 2. Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Stroud. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Willis on a bootleg. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. This one swung out here to Jones.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Here we go.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Stroud to throw it.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40.
And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Willis. Short throw caught by Pitts.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Again, Willis to throw. Left side, got Jones.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The shotgun snap to Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
Willis looks to pass it here.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
To throw, here's Willis.
Flush to his right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set. Big alert, big alert. 79 Bronco, go.
Here's Willis.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Hey, south. 11.
Here's Stroud.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Why, Tony. Hey, uno.
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll get this to the longtime Charger. It's Keenan Allen. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
South.
Looking to throw. Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game,
They've stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Jones. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they forced big turnover. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's second and 10. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Stroud able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play there for Minnesota. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun snap to Stroud. It's Kelsey on the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Algier is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better... And now look at this! Big gain, but a fumble! And the Vikings pick up the football. Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
Here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
He sets up the screen to Jones. Wiggles free, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Willis. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Again, it's Willis to throw it. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Willis. And he slings one that's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. As Stroud now to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Stroud. This is caught by Evans. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
On the quick, right?
Stroud sets up the play action. Thomas has got it. Complete. He's to the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Brian Thomas, 59 yards. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Bobby Wagner. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Give to Algier from the shotgun. Powerful running. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 3rd down at 6. Stroud looking to throw. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Bears are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jamison Williams, 58 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
4th down. Here's Stroud. Now he's forced out right. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Stroud looks to throw. That is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
70 Rangers. Set. Ready.
Now Willis. He's going to let it fly. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
What a play there. You got to use that timeout, though.
Here's 1st down.
Cougar 19. 70. Warriors 70. Trap 60. Trap 60. 18. Pioneer. Panther 11. Panther 11. Unlock line. Unlock line. Reload. Reload. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Huck.
Throwing Willis. This is caught. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Flushed out right. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Vikings, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.